Sharon Vinderine is here. We're talking about Pinterest. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good to see you. Great. Sharon is the founder and CEO of Parent Tested, Parent Approved, and has been here a number of times with those products. But we wanted to bring you in to talk about this today. Now, Dave and I, this is the first time either of us yesterday had heard of Pinterest.
Okay.
So if there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of this, Dayru explained some of it. So it's like essentially like a cork board.
Virtual cork board. So you know sometimes you see things and you want to cut them out and you want to file them somewhere so you remember them in the future. This is a virtual way of doing it. You come across a page, you love something, you can pin it, you can create boards. So boards are things like they are by category. So I have boards that are words of wisdom, motivation, things I'd love to have one day. So there's all kinds of different boards. There's style, there's fashion, there are different ways to do your hair. So all different kinds of boards.
Right, like, because I know people who will tear things out of home magazines, home decor, because they like this idea, that idea. So this means rather than having a physical binder at home, you just do it online.
That's exactly it. So I've created a bunch of boards and I have things like great sayings, favorite TV shows, of course we have you guys, laugh out loud, kind of words of wisdom, favorite books, technology I love, things I'd love to own one day. So by the way, if my husband's watching, I'm turning 40 soon and there's a beautiful Bugatti there, just saying. So it's a great way to, it's also a great way to get to know people. So in the past, I mean, to date, people are primarily on Facebook, Twitter, and now Pinterest. And our marketing director, Catherine, had a really good analogy. Facebook is kind of like you are in a serious relationship with someone. You are telling them everything about your life. You friend them. They hear all the minute details of your entire life. Twitter, a little bit less so. You're kind of dating more casually. You're making comments, but you can follow, you can unfollow, and it's not a steady relationship. And Pinterest is just a way to get to know people because you can tell so much about somebody by all of the things that they've pinned. The recipes they like, their style, their interests. So, you know, someone's actually created a dating site out of this using your Pinterest interest. Pinterest interest. So there's...
So Sharon, not to rain on the parade here, because you know, that's not my role.
No, never.
But if you're starting to grab images, like from Getty Images or wherever, of George Clooney on the red carpet and stuff, now you're into copyright infringement.
You are.
If you write a blog, I write a blog, and I'm very aware of what images I can use that are copyright free on the blog without, you know, committing some sort of cybercrime.
Right. So there are issues with that. I think they're working on trying to get around that. They right now post as part of their terms that you cannot include copyright images. So it is an issue. I'm not quite sure how they're going to resolve that because really it's hard to stop anyone. They have, like you were saying before, they have a pin it app. And you can pin from virtually any page from any website. So that will cause a bit of a problem. I'm not quite sure how they're going to get around that.
Well, and it's the territory is too murky because the way Pinterest works is it's just link-based.
Right.
So it's technically you're just sharing links, but all it does is pulls images from those links.
From those links.
So there is no copyright laws surrounding sharing links.
That's right.
But other than this just being sort of a fun, interesting thing to do, there are practical applications you're finding as a businesswoman.
Right. You know, for me, there's a few things I like. So I just pulled up an exercise motivation, which I just started. So it has comments like, there will be a day when I can no longer run. Today is not that day. So that'll get me at 5:30 in the morning when I'm thinking about whether I should roll out of bed to go for a run. That'll help inspire me. As a business person, I love reading words of wisdom. I love reading things by Tony Robbins or Robin Sharma and getting inspired by them. It's a great start for my day, so I use it for things like that. Moms are the biggest users of Pinterest, and they are using it for things like there's lists of people to follow. So other bloggers or moms or personalities that have great boards that are made up of recipes for kids, do-it-yourself and crafts, things like that. Great places to travel with your kids, great products to follow if you want to travel with your kids, things to simplify your life. So there is so much that can be done on Pinterest. There is so much information, and you know, people go onto it and they all say they're addicted because it is so visually beautiful. I mean, you can go and like other people's pictures, and it doesn't have to become part of your board, but it's a neat way to interact with people. You can leave comments on their boards. So
this seems like an amalgam of Facebook and Twitter, where it has followers like Twitter. You can leave messages on walls the way you can with Facebook.
That's exactly right. You can like their comments, you can like their pictures, you can repin them to your boards. And it's interesting because it opens up your world. It opens up your scope. I'm following someone from Japan who in all likelihood, I would have thought we'd have nothing in common. But the pictures he posts, I don't know if we'll be able to get this one up, but he posts these unbelievable pictures. I'm not sure if the viewers can see that.
Yep.
But there are these amazing
Gorgeous.
places in
There
the
it is.
world. And there's another one that has fireflies along a beach. And I mean, here.
Wow, look at that.
Is that
It's just
his as well?
amazing pictures. And, you know, so it brings together people that otherwise might not have anything in common. You might have looked at their Facebook profile or saw their tweets and thought, this person's not exactly for me. But through Pinterest, you really do see that. So this is just another way to add social media into our lives. I mean, it's become such a prevalent part of our day-to-day and the way we start our day now.
Well, Sharon, we always love having you here. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.
I feel like I learned something today. Sharon Vinderine, she's the founder and CEO of Parent Tested, Parent Approved, another great website. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a moment.